Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If we make a mistake and we're caught, what do? We apologize and we promise to fix it and not do it again, if we can. If we are good people, if we are pieces of you know what, we try to find a justification, or lie, or give it an interpretation, or it wasn't our fault, shirkers. Now, if you work for someone and you make a mistake or you lie, let's say you lie, you plainly lie, or maybe you make a mistake by ignorance. It means you don't know something that you are supposed to know by the position you have, by the title you have. What should we do? Should we hire that person? Fire? Ignore it? What should we do if we hire such a person and works for us? I'm talking about the Belgian defense minister. The Belgian defense minister made some claim during an interview regarding NATO wiping off the map Moscow if Russia hits any capitals or Brussels in Belgium. So after that, Medvedev came and said, "Guy, we just send you a Poseidon and we don't even have to detonate it in your country and you're done." Now, obviously, this is garbage talk. But Mr. Belgian defense chief, he comes back and he clarifies. He clarifies the wipe Moscow off the map comment. Now, I tell you from the get-go that he is either lying by omission or he's an ignorant. He doesn't know his job. Now, as a defense minister, you have to have some knowledge of history, right? International relations, military understanding. No psychology. You have to know geography. Mr. Belgian defense chief doesn't know something very important, and he's gonna try to clarify his wipe Moscow off the map in a very, I would say, dishonest way. To be nice, I use the dishonest man. So what happened? Let me show you. Russia Today. Belgian defense chief clarifies wipe Moscow off the map comment. Obviously, Denmark is a zero country militarily, and he thinks that not Belgian army will wipe Moscow off, but United States of America can maybe wipe Moscow off, but not Belgium. But Belgium hides behind US, like strong country that Belgium is. Theo Franken has said his statement should be seen in the context of NATO's deterrence doctrine. Okay, what do you mean? Maybe he said maybe it was a slip of the tongue, maybe this was a consequence, but no, he's going to make an argument ignoring the most important thing. NATO is not a defensive military organization. And I will tell you why it is not, but Franken thinks that we don't know. All right? That's his problem. People like me knows exactly why NATO is not a defensive military organization, but is the military arm of the big geopolitical global interests. That's what NATO is. Capisci? All right, let's move on. Belgian Defense Minister Theo Franken has sought to clarify his statement that NATO could wipe Moscow off the map, insisting it was made in the context of the bloc's principle of deterrence. So in self-defense or something. Let's read further. Moscow condemned his irresponsible rhetoric as an example of military psychosis. Franken posted his comments on Thursday on social media, also sharing a screenshot of an ex-post by former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev, who answered this imbecile's idiotic statement. Alright, who mocked him online and congratulated Russia's friends on the successful test of the Poseidon nuclear-powered underwater drone. And I'm quoting this baboon. In his post, Franken said NATO is not at war with Russia and has no desire to be. Good to know. That is only because Russia is strong. If Russia is weak, NATO defensively will destroy Russia. Okay, Franken? That's the first point. Move on. describing the US military bloc as a, and I'm quoting, by definition a defensive alliance. Now that's a lie. Mr. Franken thinks that we don't know it. If I call my organization anti-fascism, Antifa, it doesn't mean that by definition I am against that. I just say it, but I might do something else. So this is where Mr. Franken thinks that we are idiots. If I put, let's say, Federal Reserve Bank, by definition, that is a governmental institution. It's federal. It's in the name. False. Federal Reserve Bank is a private group of banks. I think there are 12. It's nothing federal about it. It's not a U.S. federal department. But because it's in the name, Mr. Frankenstein claims that by definition. Well, let's see by definition. By definition, you know what it is? It's not what you say. It's what you do, Mr. Franken. And I will prove again that Mr. Franken is either an ignorant or a liar by omission. Here, he added that NATO's strike back principle, strike back, not strike first, strike back, had been undisputed for 76 years. He is lying or he is an ignorant and formed the foundation of the bloc's deterrence posture. So he claims that NATO only strikes back, doesn't strike first, and has been undisputed for 76 years. And I'm quoting, that's what I meant in the interview, and I don't take back a single word. All right, so this is this guy's justification, clarification. Now he's a piece of shit. I tell you why. Let's start with the first one. That was by definition of defensive alliance. And NATO's strike back principle. I would like to ask Mr. Frankenstein, when did Yugoslavia attack NATO? I'm listening. So NATO bombarded Yugoslavia. Did Yugoslavia strike first NATO, or NATO struck back Yugoslavia after Yugoslavia struck NATO? And he said the strike back principle had been, quote unquote, undisputed for 76 years. Now, either Franken is an idiot or an ignorant, which he doesn't know. Idiot doesn't mean ignorant. Ignorant is you don't know something. Idiot, you are incapable of understanding that something, or he is a shirker and he knows exactly that he's lying. He should not have that job. He should resign. I would fire him for his justification. He's a liar, or an ignorant, or an idiot. Capisci? I will dispute NATO's offensive and aggressive attack on Yugoslavia. That was NATO. Yugoslavia did not attack you. That's one. Another one. Who attacked Iraq? Was it Iraq attacking NATO, or NATO attacked Iraq? Okay, let's take Libya. Did Libya attack NATO, or NATO attacked Libya? And if you say, when did NATO attack Libya? I urge you to read some history. How should I put it? Not very far in time. It happened a few, decades ago. All right? They instituted a no-flight zone over Libya. NATO. Why? Why did NATO get involved in Libya? Libya did not attack a NATO country. So where's the defensive factor? Where's the strike back factor? You got that? That guy is a piece of shit. He should be fired. But no, he said, that is why, that's his logic. This is justification. That is why I meant in interview, and I don't take back any word. Huh. Understand? Paranoia, schizophrenia, narcissism. Thank you very much for being with me again today. NATO is not a defensive organization. Maybe it was when it was formed, but it merged into something else, morphed into something else a long time ago. A long time ago. And it was not an offensive organization until it got the playing field. There's no more guys who can oppose me. That's when NATO really said, Hey, I'm alone, so nobody can check me. I do whatever I want. And I told the imbeciles, as Mr. Frankenstein thinks that he talks to imbeciles, hey, you know what? We're going to protect you preemptively. Now, if Russia starts striking countries preemptively, probably we would have half of Europe still alive. And Canada out, United States of America, Japan, Australia, South Korea, all these guys, Israel, will just go away preemptively. You know what I mean. Thank you very much for being with me again today. With time, when you know things, when you experience things, when you understand things, you see these guys who are supposed to be la crème de la crème of our societies, and you look at them and say, Franken, you are an average Joe at best. And he is the defense minister of Belgium, who speaks loudly that we would wipe Russia, Moscow off. I don't take any words back because we are a defensive organization by definition. Well, you violated your definition. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.